Hi everyone, and welcome to another Tribe Forex Power Hour. Today is July 10th, 2014. I'm going to do today what I've done for years, which is an analysis of the markets and evaluation of our biases, which are based upon the 5 p.m. Eastern Time close of our daily bars. Why do we do this? Because we find that it gives us a higher probability of success from a swing trading and day trading standpoint. Having said that, let's go ahead and take a look at the charts. So what we like to do is we determine what the bias is before we take our trades. We do that after 5 p.m. Eastern Time. That's going to give us a probability of success that's greater. So far we're about 83% accurate in our calls. And you can verify that by going back to our previous calls that are public. So they are all on YouTube if you subscribe to our YouTube channel. All right, having said that, euro dollar, and they will not be public, by the way. The ones for those particular days will no longer be public, just so that you know, in just a few weeks. So take advantage of it. Take advantage of the opportunity to make money with Tribe Forex. So anyway, euro dollar. Let's start with the euro dollar. Okay, guys. So we've been in. I basically drew this area of support and resistance. This area of resistance here above us. And it was at 136.50, and I said, look at 136.50 for a sell. That's precisely what happened. It came straight down, and I honestly didn't really have a prediction about where price could really go. We've had a lot of ambiguity in the market. Looked like price could continue up. Looked like price could hang out to the downside. I said, look at 136.50 to 136.60. Literally, guys, price went to 136.49.6. Right to 136.50 and just sold off massively to the lower end of this. I mean, really just perfect support and resistance here for a total of about 64 pips. And that's exactly what we saw today. So what we're looking for is more consolidation. We're going to look for more consolidation in the market going forward. So what does that mean for us? That means that we're most likely going to buy off of 135.91. And we're going to look to sell off of 136.37. Okay, so buy off of 135.91 and a sell off of 136.37. Okay, that's what I'm looking for on the euro dollar. It is a consolidation bias. So we're buying the lows and selling the highs. Dollar Swiss. We're going to look for a very similar movement here. So we're going to sell off of 89.48. We're going to buy off of 8,900, basically, essentially. And 0.8900 we're going to buy off of. Consolidation bias. Pound dollar has been a wonderful example of consolidation. 2, 4, 6, 8 days in a row of consolidation. Perfect consolidation, really staying between 1.7166 and 1.7100, and boy has it really moved so very strongly. And literally, guys, I called 1.7166. I said, look for a sell-off 1.7166, or you could also look at 171.99 if it got up to it. In fact, I believe I said 172.02. We never made it up to 172.02. The call at 171.66 was perfect. Price really turned right at 1.7. In fact, the higher price, I have it on my chart here, 1.7166.8. The higher price was 1.7166.8. That was a perfect entry, giving us great opportunities here on the pound dollar, selling all the way down. Guys, when I open the gates and allow you into Tribe Forex, I recommend highly that you become a part of the Tribe Forex community so that you can take advantage of these kinds of calls. Literally, just one of those calls per month could make you a money manager. And once you get your track record going, all you need is 2% per month to be a viable manager. And that's all it takes, guys. And if you can just stay away from losses and really stick to the information that's important in the market, you're going to do well, and it's not going to be difficult for those who are called to this business. So having said that, the pound dollar continues in consolidation. I'm going to call the same numbers until it breaks out. So 1.7100 is we're going to look for a buy. 1.7166 we're going to look for a sell. Dollar yen. The dollar yen now, the yen pair seems to be, the yen continues to strengthen. We're below 101.36, which is our 200 EMA on the day, and also below our trend line. So 101.36 is actually our area of resistance. So I'm going to look for price to come back to 101.36. We're actually right there. We're very, very close to it. And this is going to be used as a selling point. I'm going to look for price to come down back to 101.05, okay, or 101.01, okay, 101.100. That's what I'm going to look for. I'm going to look for a play between those two areas on the dollar yen. So I'm looking for a sell on the dollar yen. Aussie dollar, I'm going to call a consolidation play. This is what's been happening. This trend line basically held very, very well. And it's as old as January, the beginning of January. We are in July now. So it's a 7-month-old trend line. And what you can see here is we've had multiple touches. This is the third or fourth touch that we've had there, and the trend line's at 0.9354. Price was turned at 0.9360. I'm going to be releasing a course for free through Tribe Forex, which is going to show you how to maximize and really take advantage of these calls that I'm making to you right now. So that's the Aussie dollar, and that's the Aussie dollar buy. There's a great buy opportunity there. I'm going to look for another buy opportunity at 0.9362 until this consolidation doesn't hold. So I'm looking for a buy at 0.9360. I'm looking for a sell, a very strong sell, by the way, at 0.9490, 0.9489. I don't know if we're going to get up to that point at this particular juncture, but 0.9490 or 0.9469, 0.9470 or 0.9490, those are the two areas to look for a sell on the Aussie dollar. We're quite a far distance away from that, so we're going to look for consolidation, a buy off of the lower area that I just recommended at 0.9362. New Zealand dollar, I'm going to look for a sell, guys. In fact, you know, on this Aussie dollar, I don't want to call a sell because we're not at any real areas, but you could probably look for a sell down and get 20 pips from 0.9391 to 0.9363. Yeah, that's what I would look for. New Zealand dollar, we're really at high highs, and we have a doji here, so I'm going to look for a sell right where it is right now at 88.16. I'm going to look for a sell down to 87.77 or 87.53. Okay, those are the two areas I'm going to look for a sell down to. All right, and that is pretty much the New Zealand dollar. So a sell on the New Zealand dollar, okay, at current levels. Euro yen, I'm going to look for a sell. I'm selling off of 137.98, and I'm looking for a sell off of 138.14, selling all the way down. We're going to just look for a sell down to support at 137.11 until support proves itself in other areas. Pound yen, I'm going to also be looking for a sell on the pound yen. I'm looking for a sell off of 173.71. I'm going to look for support at 173.29 and also at 172.90. All right, so I'm going to look for a price to get down to 173.29 from current levels at 173.59. I'm going to look for it to bounce off of 173.71. If it is to make any advancement here, it's going to advance up to that level and then come down from that area. Okay, so 173.71 for a sell on the pound yen. Dollar CAD, it continues to play in this range here. So we're more likely than not going to see the dollar CAD come down to 1.0630, bounce off of 1.0630. Actually, it seems like there's a consolidation, some form of narrowing consolidation going on here. So let's take a look at that actually. And this is a there's not an awful lot to play off of this, but definitely you can see that price is kind of hanging out here. So I'm going to look, you know, actually it does look like there's a narrowing consolidation. There's some form of a flag formation, if you will, here. And, you know, what you can look for is a buy. If you really want to play that, you could play a small buy from 1.0646 to 1.0672, which is about 26 pips that you could play with here. I think there's room for that at current levels. So where we're at right now to really the top here at 1.0672 is where you most likely will see some kind of a play. And that's it, guys. So I'm going to look for again. I'm going to look for a sell down to 135.90 on the euro dollar, bounce off to 135.90. I'm looking for price to move up. Dollar Swiss, I'm looking for a buy, potentially up to 0.8950, and then sell off of that area. Those are areas of consolidation that we're looking at. Consolidation again on the pound dollar, 1.7100 for a buy, 1.7166 for a sell. Dollar yen, I'm going to look for a sell off of 101.36. Aussie dollar, I'm looking for it to sell down to 93.63, and then I'm looking for a bounce, a buy off of 93.63 up. New Zealand dollar, I'm looking for a sell off of current levels down to 87.75 in that vicinity, and also down to 87.50. Euro yen, I'm looking for a sell, as I just said. I think I said that before. 137.98, sell off of 137.98 down. Pound yen, I'm also looking for a sell off of 173.71. And dollar CAD, last of all, we've got a buy potential from current levels, 1.0650. It's not a lot of pips, but up to 1.0672. Those are your opportunities, guys. Hope you take advantage of them. And that is it for today. See you guys next week, and happy trading on these calls that I've just given you. If you do appreciate these calls, please just go ahead and post on your Facebook wall. Say that you made money off of them. All the best, guys. Bye-bye.